First of all, hi everyone. Nice to have you in this session with you. And let me introduce myself. Actually, first I need to make a correction. My name is Zülal. I'm the founder and CEO of Neurovision Al Tech, and I'm so excited to represent especially the role of the neurotechnologies in the AI vertical. So let me share my personal story at the beginning of the journey. Firstly, I was born with limited sight, so I learned how to see on the computer screen. Let me explain much more detail. I was looking at the small images of the things, especially in order to recognize them when I faced with the real faces of the real objects, colors, and human faces. And suddenly, I lost my vision completely. Based on this, I have just started to consider about the image recognition technologies for mimicking the biological vision. And I realized, first of all, the image recognition technologies, as well as more than 330 million visually impaired worldwide, and I have started to use them. And I realized the gap between biological and artificial vision by taking responsibilities in the teams of Microsoft and Google. I'm the first visually impaired ambassador of Microsoft and the Google in the worldwide. I was educated by them, and I led more than 60 different countries. I was just 20 years old. Actually, after realizing this gap, I have started to build my own solutions, and we have established Neurovision AI in US, and also we have a subsidiary company in Turkey from Arise. Let me especially mention about the neurotechnologies and the merging neurotechnologies with a software as well. Because when we mention about the neurotechnologies, most of the people just assume that we are talking about the implants or Neuralink or many more. But actually, we are talking about a combination with the software and hardware systems in the brains of the human. This is what we are doing. We customize and localize video image processing and real-time image processing with our own unique AI models by just mimicking the biological vision. And our technologies were recognized by Microsoft being as best technology of 2024, and we secured $100,000 from Microsoft being cash. This is the first achievement in the history of Turkey in this 2020 years. History of the Microsoft Imaging Card World Championship. Yeah, there you go. Actually, let me explain much more detail about our technology and why I'm talking about the neurotechnologies in this panel, because our softwares are directly targeting the neurotechnological achievements and the targets as well. Firstly, we have created a unique data set from more than 18 million visual data points now on, and 1,000 different classes in it, just by considering what a person required to see. Let me share my personal experience by doing this. I just considered about, for example, what couldn't I see, what couldn't I recognize, and many more. By doing this, our accuracy rates especially surpassed 98%, which is the first of the world. We are above normal industry world standards. On the other hand, with this highly accurate perspective, our image processing speed is just 4 milliseconds, which is 2 times faster than the normal ones. I'm talking about with the neurotechnological perspective by approaching to our own software systems, because we can differentiate more than 865 different colors, which is 40 times more than the normal recognition models. We just simulate the human perception in order to develop efficient, accurate, and highly fast, especially image recognition services for approaching neurotechnologies with different perspective. And also, we especially directly improve that our technology by integrating the many different fields, because we aim to manipulate human perception with our softwares in many different verticals, such as automotive industry, civil aviation, defense technologies, and medical technologies as well. Because we are not developing brain implants, but we are developing our softwares to help with them to achieve this. Actually, what we are aiming to, we are targeting the, for example, we are developing multimodals such as GPT, Gemini, and many more. And also they can see, they can hear, and also they can talk to you. All of them are very excited, but actually they are highly dependent on to the cloud. So they require to have layer 2 solutions like us in order to customize their services for targeting basic areas, specific areas actually, because due to their computational cost and sizes, they cannot specifically address some of the, for example, specific areas such as defense technologies and medical technologies and many more. On the other hand, the latency is kind of a big issue if we are talking about neurotechnologies. In this side, you need to be fast and also many more. Actually, this is a total market that our technologies are addressing, because it is expected especially to be over more than especially $200 billion by 2032. And with our technologies, we aim to capture 2% of this market. And also when we talk about the automotive industry, we aim to capture 5% of this market. And also, until this point, there were several competitors, but when we look at from this, for example, the place to back, we can easily say that we are in a multidisciplinary area, which means that if you are developing your softwares, you need to collaborate with the multidisciplinary perspectives to integrate your technology to the other verticals as well. We did this actually. We have divided our AI models to 4 with our unique, especially products, the vehicle vision, audio vision, APIs, and also our mobile app as well. And we have directly talked to the many neurotechnologies as well for integrating our services with them. And we really, for example, consider that it's kind of a distinguished point on this stage. Let me give a direct case from this area. There is a data that 95% of the visually impaired people don't feel themselves comfortable during the journey due to the lack of environment. Let me share my personal use case on here. Actually, a couple months ago, I was just using in San Francisco. The Waymo is the autonomous driving system of the Google, as you know, and it suddenly stopped, but I didn't have any idea about what was going on around myself, actually, due to the accessibility issues, because these smart vehicles can see, but they don't have the vision. They don't interpret the images, whatever they see. This is the real case. So we integrate our softwares to the operating system of the cars in order to directly, especially for targeting the accessibility and inclusivity at the same time with this approach. Let me show you.
Travelers. Seems we're in a right posh carriage, wouldn't you say? Magical, almost like a well-polished firebolt. Look at that sunset ahead, shimmering like a cauldron full of dreamless sleep. Fancy a cooling charm instead of that muggle air conditioner. Perhaps some music to match the sky? Something like a charm being whistled perfectly.
As you can see, before our technologies, before our approach, also the technologies could see, but they couldn't interpret the environment according to the unique requirements of the passengers and the drivers at the same time. Also, let me give you another example from the civil aviation field, because if we are talking about the neurotechnologies, it is not targeting just, for example, the neurobiological fields. Also, we use them for the smart mobility ecosystem like this.
You are locked inside a well-lit airport. duty-free shop is located on your right side. People are passing next to you with their bags, and it appears to be they are walking towards a sign that shows the way to the gates. Gates A1 to A9 and B1 to B9 are 320 meters away from you. After reaching to the gates, I can tell you where is the specific gate you need is located if you can provide me the gate number.
Of course, this is the ecosystem because we collaborate with our unique AI models with many different partners. For example, the Microsoft is one of our clients and co-selling partners, or the first electricity manufacturing company of Turkey, TOG, is one of our clients as well. And this is the first technology of the world that we integrate our technology to the smart vehicles as well. We are a good example in this field, and we have some good deal partners in many regions, north of US, and also Europe as well. This is the pipeline that we have. Especially, we are targeting the federated learning, which means that our AI models are dependent to the cloud. But when we look at the future of the neurotechnologies, they don't have to be dependent to the cloud, especially due to the localization part. We were selected especially this year, world champion in 2 times. The first one came from Microsoft, and the second one is I was chosen by JCI, being the best leader of the world after John Kennedy, Elvis Presley, and Jackie Chan. Also, our technologies were recognized as the best technology, and I'm the best inclusive leader of the world. So let me close up this presentation with the key message, actually. If we are developing neurotechnologies, actually, we need to approach this area with multidisciplinary perspectives. We need to be inclusive, accessible, and also visionary when we look at the future of neurotechnologies and AI. Thank you so much for your listening.